Hello Yarny people. I am back today to show you what I've accomplished since the beginning of the year. Some of these I started after the New Year's and some of these I had already languishing, waiting to be finished. I think it's about the 24th of January today. Let's get started. First thing I would like to show you is something that was most definitely languishing. I'm not even sure when I started this, 2 or 3 years ago, but I finished this vest. I made it in 2 colors. It is a bulky, super bulky weight, mostly acrylic. It's the Lion brand yarn. And at the time when I had planned this project, I don't think I had enough of either color, which is why I had stuck these 2 colors together in the bag. And I now own more of the gray, but I chose to do it in the 2 color version anyway. It fits pretty well. I do kind of wish that this part here was a little thinner, but it's okay. It's not anything that's going to keep me from wearing it. All right, it's good. All over pattern, simple. It was a bottom up design. The next thing, I started this one over Christmas break, so a little before the beginning of the year, and this one is crochet. Let's see, get you to the front side, and it goes side to side. So I used a slow changing yarn, and you work your way from one cuff all the way across, going up and down, and then create the other side. And this one, again, it fits really well. I don't think the original pattern had any ribbing, but I didn't like how big the neck was, so I wanted to cinch it in a bit. I added some ribbing at the top. I don't remember if it had ribbing at the bottom, but mine does. I added ribbing to the bottom. There is one like definite line across the back. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it kind of adds character to the sweater. But if that's something that bothers you, you would have to play with the yarn more than I wanted to make it not have any, stripy looking areas. But I like it. It's fuzzy. It's a Karen, I don't remember, a new one, Karen something cake. The next one I made, I had started also around Christmas time. This one is small. I made the petite knits scarf, just the little tiny guy. I used 1 hank of sock weight yarn, but I held it double. I wanted it to be warmer and thicker for where I live. And this is what this one looks like on. I wrap it twice and tie a little tie and wear it under my coats, and it's cute and it keeps me nice and toasty because it is 80% merino and 20% nylon. So it's squishy and soft and warm. It's very nice. I would definitely do this pattern again, especially for gifts, because it's so nice. The edges come out nice. It's easy, repetitive, and a great way to use up a single skein of sock weight yarn. And I've got one more smaller project, super small project. I did want to make a couple of scrunchies. I'm always losing my scrunchies, so I followed a YouTube tutorial. I will link it in the comments on how to make this velvet scrunchie. If you're a crocheter, it's very simple. It's just single crochets around your hair tie, and then put 3 double crochets in each single crochet to make it wavy. And it took no time at all, and it looks really cute. So then I tried to do it with a different yarn. So this is the yarn recommended in the video. Then I tried to do it with a different yarn, and I could not see what I was stitching or where I was at. And I did not get, I don't know, it did not come out at all. It didn't wave like it's supposed to. It still works. I mean, it still holds my hair. It is like a strange eyelash yarn that I used. So it's just got yarn on one side and a fiber on one side and a chain holding it on the other side. So it was very, very thick, and I'd have to mess around with it more if I wanted to get it to be a wavy style. But either way, it's usable and holds my hair, so I definitely prefer the gray one, but purple is good too. And the last thing, I am dreaming of summer. It has been cold. This week is better. We've been almost to the above freezing mark a couple of days. So at Christmas time, I wanted to start something that was summery. So I started a summer top. And here is what it looks like. It is a knit top in all 100% cotton. I held a super light fingering double, and it was a ball of yarn that had swirled in from light to dark. So when I held it to double, I got a marled effect. I also had made it way too short, and so I went back and added length, even though, so you start at the bottom, work your way up. I did all of the stitching, put it on, and way too short. So then I had to use some of the lighter colored yarn and go back and add much more to the bottom. It now fits great. I'm not in love with that two color at the bottom, but I'm just planning on wearing this out on the boat anyway. No one will see me except me and my husband and my children, so it will be fine and it will work for its purpose. I am more of a process maker than a finished item person, so I really just enjoy the process. If I get a finished item that is usable at the end, that's like bonus, but mostly I make for the enjoyment of making. Things that I am going to work on, I have got a sock that's coming up next. It just needs a toe, and it's the second sock, so I will be finishing that up. And after that, I want to create another sweater. This time I'm going back to winter. I will be doing a crochet sweater. So I'm wearing one now that I made many years ago. This is an all acrylic, probably Red Heart Super Saver. And it's got a hood. And I have no idea what pattern I used. I've probably had this for over 10 years. And because it's cream, it just stays in style, right? It's got some ribbing on the bottom here, and it turned out very cute. I like it a lot, and I wear it every winter. But I want to make one with full sleeves, and I want to do a top-down raglan. So I've got some yarn in my stash. It says it's bright silk wool on the label, and it was actually this little knitting squirrel that got me to purchase this yarn. I bought it on Temu, however you say that, and I knew it was going to be like, no idea what the contents could be. When I came, so this is 75 grams of a worsted weight, and it is 100% polyester. And all it says on the label is first grade goods, non-chlorine bleach, dry in the shade, 60 to 70 degree ironing, and flat drying. So it's very confusing as what's on the label, but I do like the color. It's a marled purple mauve color with a lot of fiber. It does look like it could have mohair or something in it almost, with the way that the fiber content is spun, even though it's definitely the feel of a all polyester or all acrylic yarn. But that's next up on the project list, and I will be starting it, I hope, tonight or tomorrow. I am resuming my blog, so I opened up my blog spot, and I have not been on there since 2013, but I did open it up, and it's still active. It's still a thing, and it is called My Quilt Journal. I used to be primarily a quilter back when I used it. I have since branched out into all of the crafts, so I'll be using it as a way to journal what I've been doing. Besides YouTube, if you like to read and look at pictures or want to see the links for any patterns, that's where I'll put all of that. I'm sure I'll just put a link to the blog spot on my YouTube from here so that you can have all the information that you need for details if you're looking for any of these patterns. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.